How's everybody doing today? My name is Dominic. I'm reporting at you live from the conference room. We're going to be having another very important business meeting today. Always remember throughout this business meeting that I'm not your financial advisor. This video is made for entertainment purposes only. What we do here at the conference room, we come here, we have a business meeting. Also, the goal for the business meeting is to give rich. So go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, do all that down in the comments down below. And let me know what you think about the stock we're going to be talking about today, which is Profire Energy, ticker symbol PFIE. They just reported their earnings after hours today. I'm reporting at you live on March 13th, 2024. They just reported their earnings after hours, and they're going to be doing the conference call tomorrow morning. So let's go ahead and take a look over at the report. This report was the best year in company history. Okay, they reported the full year 2023, best year in company history. If you don't know anything about the company, here's their website. They do burner management, combustion control. Their products heat the oil up to 160 degrees. Okay, this company's profitable. They're earning best year in company history, 2023. Okay. So go ahead, take a look over at this website for yourself. Let me know what you think. But from the news from today, Profire Energy reports financial results for fourth quarter and full year 2023. Okay, company reports record full year revenue, net income, and EBITDA. Today they announced their earnings and will be hosting a conference call tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. The full year fiscal 2023 revenue of $58.2 million, a 27% increase from the prior year. Gross profit of $30.5 million, or 52.5% of total revenues. Net income of $10.8 million, or 22 cents per diluted share. Generated EBITDA of $13.2 million. They repurchased 1.2 million shares of stock for $2 million. They have cash and liquid investments of $20 million and remained debt free. Okay, company's debt free. All right. Fourth quarter summary. Revenue of $14.4 million compared to $14 million in the prior year quarter. Gross profit of $7.8 million, a 19% increase compared to quarter four of 2022. Gross margin of 54.3%, a 730 basis point increase from the prior year. Generated EBITDA of $3.1 million. And net income of $3.3 million, or 7 cents per diluted share. All right. The CEO had to say 2023 was a record year for Profire, recording our highest annual revenue, net income, and EBITDA in company history, said the CEO, Ryan Oviatt. We expanded our full year gross margin and used a portion of our operating cash flows to repurchase 1.2 million of our outstanding shares. Our solid balance sheet provides great flexibility for us to simultaneously invest in our business, repurchase shares while the market presents the opportunity, and pursue other investments opportunities that will enhance our future with the ongoing focus of delivering long-term value for our shareholders. All right, full year 2023 financial results. Total revenues for the year equaled $58.2 million versus $45.9 million in the prior year. The increase was primarily driven by improved customer demand and progress in the company's revenue diversification efforts. Okay, so this is not just an oil and gas company. Okay, gross profit was $30.5 million compared to $21.7 million last year. Okay, let me say that again. The gross profit was $30.5 million compared to $21.7 million last year. Gross margin was 52.5% of total percent of the revenues, compared to 47.1% of revenues in the prior year. The increase was driven by better fixed cost leverage as a result of the higher revenue base. Total operating expenses were $18.7 million, or 32% of revenue, versus $16.5 million, or 36% of the revenue in prior year. The increase is primarily due to inflationary pressures on employee costs and increased business activity that drives variable costs. However, the decrease as a percent of revenue reflects the company's ability to manage its cost structure while still increasing business activity. Compared with last year, operating expenses for SG&A increased 16%. R&D, research and development, decreased 13%, and depreciation decreased 8%. Net income was $10.8 million, or 22 cents per diluted share, compared to $3.9 million, or 8 cents per diluted share. Okay, so they're basically more than doubled the net income. And earnings per share. Okay, this year's results include a one-time $828,000 or 2 cent per diluted share benefit from generated from a reduction adjustment to deferred tax expense. Okay. Over the past 2 years, Profire implemented several tax planning strategies that have significant benefit the company, financial performance, and results of operation. These include filing for receiving the employee retention credit through the CARES Act. Okay. The impact of these tax planning strategies in 2023 caused operating expenses to be lower by $760,000. Okay. And an increase to the net income of $1.9 million, or 4 cents per diluted share. Okay. However, 2023 remains the company's best year from operating income, net income, and earnings per diluted share perspective. Cash and liquid investments totaled $20 million on December 31st, 2023, compared to $16 in the prior year. Total revenues for the period included $14.4 million compared to $14 last year. Gross profit was $7.8 million compared to $7.5 million in the prior year. Gross margin was 54% of revenues compared to 50% of revenues in the prior year. The year-over-year increase in gross profit and gross margin is due to pricing incentives and better fixed cost average. Total operating expenses were $5 million compared to $4.9 in last year. Compared with the same quarter last year, operating expenses for SG&A increased by 18%. R&D increased 15%. Net income was $3.3 million, or 7 cents per diluted share, compared to net income of $2 million, or 4 cents per diluted share in the third quarter of 2023. Our record performance in 2023 was driven through a combination of continued demand for our legacy products and increased traction across our diversification strategy, which now presents more than 13% of the total revenue, compared to less than 1% in 2021. Demand for hydrocarbons remains strong globally, and we continue to benefit from operators playing catch-up on capital expenditures that had been deferred since the pandemic. We also expect to attract new users for the applicants beyond the oil and gas markets during the year. Overall, we remain confident about our prospects for 2024 and beyond. Okay, so go ahead and read this whole earnings release for yourself. Let me know what you think. Best year in company history. All right. They're doing their conference call tomorrow on March 14th, 2024, at 8:30 a.m. Okay, so go ahead and take a look over at this for yourself. $20 million in cash, debt free. Let's go ahead and take a look over at the stock. The stock went up 5% after they announced their earnings in the after hours. Over the past week, it is actually up 13%. Past month, 20%, and in the past year, it's up 42%. And at one time last year, this stock was all the way up to $3. Okay, so after this earnings release, it's showtime. To the moon. Let me know what you think where the stock is going. Max chart. Let's look at the max chart. Highest it's ever been was like $5 or $6. It was like $5 or $6 on the candle chart. If we go look at the candle, let's see if I can get the candle chart on here. The highest it's ever been was like $5 or $6. Let's go ahead and take a look. It was like $5 or $6. All right. So let's see if we can get back up there. Let me know where you think this stock is going, your price target with the earnings release. Everything that just went down. Let me know what your best year in company history. Let me know where you think this stock is going. I think it's going to the moon. Place a comment down below where you think this stock is going. And always remember to also go for the YouTube channels to get rich. And hit the like, subscribe. Always remember to also go for YouTube channels to get rich.